All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Game 2 of the 3-game series, Penns versus Mid-Fairfield. Your Penguins fell yesterday to Mount St. Charles. 5-2, right? 5-2. It wasn't a 5-2 kind of game. I thought the Penguins played pretty well. A couple of mistakes popped up in the back of our net, but here we are in game 2. Mid-Fairfield always plays this hard. I believe Mid-Fairfield squeaked out a victory against BK Selects in overtime earlier in the season. And they're just a very well-coached team. They're going to play us hard. The Penguins in white jerseys today. We're going to put 17 minutes on the... We'll do our ice about halfway through. So yesterday there was a bit of a scary injury for one of the Mount St. Charles players. He fortunately is okay. There was a lot of precautionary neck precautions, etc. He was taken off the ice on the backboard, but from what I'm told, he's okay. So thankfully that young man is not injured seriously, and we can continue playing this sport that we all love. The Penguins starting goaltenders McGinnis. Looks like Penguins have changed up the D. No, they didn't. I'm sorry. Francis will start with Kelly on the backside. Brady Paris, Zuma Bay, and Lavrov on the right side. All right, here we go. Puck is chipped in by Mid-Fairfield. Francis on his back, and he fires it in the middle. Lavrov tries getting it out. He will. He'll skate it out himself. Lavrov puts one off the defenseman's skate. He goes chase. A little scuffle behind the net. And my apologies. We're going to hear whistles. We're going to hear whistles from the other side. And sometimes it's hard to tell whether or not it's our whistle or the adjacent game. And Paris fires it in. He's going to make a change. The puck gets rimmed. Nice job by Penguins. There was Zumbe, hard shot, that goes wide. Zumbe right on the tape. And he fires wide. Ochterheide jumps out with Star. That's the pull up. Pachero dumps it in. Stars on his forehand. The wall. And Lacoste over to Emba. Emba, one of the goal scorers yesterday. He drops it for Ochterheide. A little bit of a mistake. Here comes Mid-Fairfield going back, slides it across, unfortunately just out of the reach. Back across. And they just keep playing rim the puck. Ochterheide's going to grab it. He's going to chip it. It's not going to get out. Dumps it across. And Star's going to pick it up, go back into Real. Lacoste and Real. Real. Shot off the goalie's blocker. Picks it side. Paris is still out there. He's going to need to get a change. Real picks it up. Real's got a little bit of chance to go back in. Play to Lacoste. Tries to go back to Real. And that just falls off his stick. Real would add a little bit of a tap in there if Lacoste was able to get that pass across to him. The Penguins bring out Hold, Greenspan, and Harris. Joliet and Valel on the backside. Harris scores in the corner. Hold comes out, hard shot, and that gets gloved. A quick shot by Hold. And we're going to have to take two. Penns lose it. It's Mid-Fairfield fires it up, and they exit the zone. They go cross ice, out of the reach of Valella. Julius by himself. Julius keeps that. That should be a high stick, but I don't know who it was. Greenspan behind the net. Greenspan, Julius working. Shot that goes wide. Valella's going to be chasing in the corner. Might be a little hard for you to see in this corner because it's easy to see. Out. Julius is going to pick it up on his backhand. He gets accosted. I don't know how that was a penalty. He gets hooked, slashed, and pretty much everything else. Harris tries to work it out. Mid-Fairfield tries to keep it in. Greenspan's got it. And they're going to rim it back in. Julius is going to pick it up. Julius works to Valella. Tries to go up the middle, and that's picked off. Just works it up the hold. McFall's going to tap it in. Defensemen are going to change, and McFall's going to chase. Fairfield throws it cross ice. Not going to be icing. Franis will pick it up. Franis on his backhand. He fires it hard off the wall at Gostick. Gostick throws it in. Shadish going to be chasing it. Same with speedy line here with McFall, Shadish, and Gostick. A lot of energy on this line, but Mid-Fairfield works it out. Kelly, watch out. A little miscommunication by the defenseman. Both defense will recover in one player. The Penguins need to talk a little bit there. Kelly was cutting across, but Franis was already covering that player, leaving that wide open midfield player. And Mid-Fairfield scores on a good shot, low blocker side. $13:34, 35 left in the first period. A lot of time left. Linesman kicking guys out. Star and offside with Harris, and Lavrov. Mid-Fairfield fires it in. Star is going to chop it over to Lavrov. He pulls back and reverses. Lavrov up the zone again in the zone. Tries to go cross ice. That's picked off by Lapana. Shot by Zumabay to regain puck possession. Star gets bumped. Puck to Star speedy. Fine at Paris. Nicely off their hide. Penguins exit the zone just out of the reach of zone. It's going to be an icing call on the Penguins. 1-0 Mid-Fairfield. If you're just joining us, tomorrow Penguins play an early game, 8:15. So if you're an early morning riser on a Sunday, join us. And Real works with the Star. Off your high behind the net. He rims it around to Emba. Emba retreats. Penguins do a nice job of going D to D, so Star can exit the zone. Nice little chip pass to Lacoste. He fires it in. Real will be the first one there. Real loses that battle. Back check by Lacoste. Big body. And here comes Penguins back 2-on-2 and Real. Real kicks it to Emba. Emba, little stick lift. He out of the backhand and scores. Emba with a really nice stick lift. Picks the pocket of the defenseman, goes backhand, and taps it in. Great play by Emba. The Penguins tie it up 1-1 shortly after Mid-Fairfield scores the first. There's a nice exit play by the defenseman of the Penguins. They work into the neutral zone, and Emba's just going to pick the defenseman's pocket and go backhand. We're getting players tossed out left and right, center right. Win it. Ella to Julius. Julius. Little sauce pass to Greenspan. Zumabay is going to be the first one there. Hold. Fires it in off of Greenspan's skate. He works it to Valella. Valella tries to put it back in, and Julius is going to pick it up. Julius works it to Zumabay. Taps in, and Greenspan's going to chase. All the way wrapped around. And that's going to be a nice call against Mid-Fairfield. Excuse me, got a little tickle in my throat today. After hide and star jump out with them. You gotta shake the cobwebs out. He gets hit hard. But does get the shot off. There's some of it in that slot position there, looking for a shot. Penguins lose it. Throw a little body and gets shouldered away. Plenty fires it in. And McGinnis chucks it around. Mid-Fairfield throws it back to the other side. Greenspan tries to body his man up. Utica uses the net and Afterhide. Behind the net, he loses that. They throw it to the front. Star chops at it. Big number 6 O'Neal for Mid-Fairfield throws it in. Old cut wide. Gets hooked up a little bit, no call. I wouldn't call it either. Mid-Fairfield goes back the other direction. Zimmerbeck chases. Afterhide Star. Behind the net, Afterhide rims it. A little miscommunication there. Star's going to pick it up. He reverses. Mid-Fairfield player loses his twig. And Afterhide carries it out. Works to the hold. He fires it in. McFall's going to chase. Up to Litty. Litty goes cross ice to number 6. Penguins Franis going to pick up. Franis going to chop it to the neutral zone. Gostic puts a little shoulder in. And Mid-Fairfield just dumps it back in. Kelly reverses to Franis. Gostic chops it off the wall. Keeps kicking it. And we're going to get a high sticking call on Franis. So Penguins going to have to kill off the penalty. Franis is going to go to the sin bin. Julius and Valella jump out with McFall and Shish on the front side on the penalty kill. Shadish against Beck. Penguins lose the draw. Work it up to Ruff. Ruff puts a shot on it. McGinnis kicks that one aside. Works cross ice. Go back to the top of the key. Stick it in the shooting line nicely. Oh, hard shot. Good job by McGinnis. Might have got a piece of that one. Bostic out 2. Works it across ice. Was just letting them play perimeter hockey. Shot. That gets blocked. Good block by Valella. 1:09 left in the penalty kill. Zoo works it down low, and Mid-Fairfield's looking for a little cross ice pass. Mid-Fairfield office works out to the middle, walks in, shot. That's kicked aside. And Julius's feet. They work back to the wall. 50 seconds left. Cuchero, top of the key. Shot. Good save made by McGinnis. Penguins will change up all 4 penalty killers. And a nice block by Valella on the penalty kill and good goaltending so far. So Penguins have Harrison McFall out and Afterhide Star jump out on the backside. With 46 seconds left. Harris wins it to the wall. Afterhide's unable to get a stick on that. Mid-Fairfield sets up. Mid-Fairfield works it to Scranton. Scranton down low. Back out to Scranton. He works to the middle. At the top of the circle. Kari, back to Scranton. Kari has it. Good job by Brady Parrish getting us. Oh my Lord. McGinnis, he just like purposely took that one off the face. McGinnis with a good block right off the skull. And fortunately, it goes to the corner. Kelly works it back out to Starr. And Starr's going to fire that one back in. Villalla's going to jump out. Lipke, let's cross ice. It does touch Villalla's stick, but they're going to say it's a no ice or no high stick. Nice body check by Lacoste. And the Penguins work it out. Real, oh my Lord. That's way offside. The official got tangled up and he couldn't put his whistle to his mouth to call an offside play. The Penguins dodge a bullet. Kill off that power play and go back to even strength hockey. Lacoste, Emba out there. Starr with it. Starr goes cross ice. Nice pass it. Emba pushes it. Hard shot. That goes wide high. Puck jumps off the wall. Starr keeps it in. Rio on his backhand. Cuts through the middle. Just rolls off of his stick. Oh, he fires it across ice. Can't hit the net. Mid-Fairfield picks it up. Rio forces the errant pass by Mid-Fairfield. Nice little slip play to Lacoste on his backhand behind the net. Ofterhide was looking to jump in. Nice little bank pass. Ofterhide throws it to the front. Gets hit with a shin. Starr's going to pick it up. Starr loses that puck. A good job by Rio to back check. And he saved the Penguins on that one. Here comes, oh, Lacoste just lost the puck. Ware works it up. And Starr's going to pick it off. Goes cross ice to Emba. Emba throws it in, gloved. Penguins make a full line change. Mid-Fairfield works it up to Ware near side. Paris and Zimbabwe right there. Puck's bouncing around. Goes to Lavrov. Hits Paris. Pulls up. Shot. That goes wide. Villalla throws it to the front. Almost goes in. Lavrov and Paris down in the corner. Puck jumps out. Lavrov shot. Good score! Puck jumps out to the neutral. Right in the slot. Lavrov buries that one. The Penguins take a 2-1 lead with 6:47 to go in the first. It's a nice offensive zone pressure by that line. The Penguins hold Lacoste and Greenspan out on the forward line with Julius and Villalla. The officials blow the whistle dead on a false face-off. Greenspan takes it. Greenspan wins it to himself. Comes in, puts a little backhand in, and Penguins go chase. Hold's going to be on it. Hold behind the net. They rim it all the way around. Lacoste nicely puts it back in. Greenspan chips it. Hold. He needs some help there. Lacoste comes in. He gets kicked it out. Mid-Fairfield works cross ice. A little one-on-one. Julius against. He keeps his man wide. Hold, picks it up. Greenspan's going to pick that center ice pass. The defensemen are going to change. Greenspan by himself goes 1-on-3. He gets tangled up. And the Penguins. McFall on his backhand. Tries to get it across the Greenspan. He can't. Kelly's out on the point, keeping pucks in. Greenspan throws it back in. He's been on the ice for a while. Hold's going to get a change. Greenspan needs to get a change. And he backs up and smartly does. Gostick comes in, puts a nice body check on his player. And the linesman's going to call a hand pass. So we're going to have a face-off at Mid-Fairfield's blue line.
Let's go.
Bostic, Shadish, and McFall. 5-3-3 left in the first period. Penguins up 2-1. Henley tries to work at far side. Franis gets his big body in there and stick and clogs up the neutral zone. That's a horn from the other ice if you heard something. And that puck hit somebody in the Mid-Fairfield bench. Penguins are going to have a draw. Far side neutral zone. Shadish loses it. Mid-Fairfield just throws it back to Franis. Franis, nice job by Gostick. Make a little backhand play to Shadish. Entered the zone with speed. Shadish on his backhand. He's looking. Throws it out to Franis at the top. Franis shot on net. That gets kicked aside and into the netting. I'd like to see when the Penguins have those point shots to get somebody in front of the net for a deflection, high tips, something. Especially if the puck's on the ice. And Lacoste jumps out. Him, Emba, and Real. Penguins lose that draw. Mid-Fairfield rims it blindly. Star's going to pinch. Puck goes all the way around far side. Mid-Fairfield throws one high off the glass. Lacoste chops at it. And Mid-Fairfield throws it in. Again, it's going to stop behind the net. Star reverses. Penguins chip it to Emba, just out of his reach. Mid-Fairfield's going to pick it up. They go cross ice over to Hurley. Hurley throws it towards the net, doesn't make it. Linke and Star are going to go at it. So off to hide behind the net. He tries to work it up. Penguins having a bit of a difficult. Oh, a hard shot from Scranton on a one-timer. Just missed. Rio reaching forward. Penguins. Ofterhide's going to pick it up behind the net. He's going to go to his right side. Work it to Real. Real should be going cross ice. Nicely over to Hold. Hold a little bit of cuts to the middle. Here comes Hold on his forehand. Oh, he hits the outside of the post. I'm sorry, that was Emba, not Hold. I couldn't tell the number there. My bad. So Ruff works on Julius. Julius keeps him wide nicely. Puck jumps across. Villela works at it. Ruff, the recipient of a favorable bounce, throws it right on net. McGinnis holds it. Zumabay is going to take this one. Villela giving some instructions. He's probably asking him what he's having for dinner. And he gets tossed. Lavrov will take it now. Lavrov. Penguins a scrum. Paris is going to be the recipient of it. He's going to pick it up. Zumabay is going to go. Villela is going to help him out. Villela is going to go harder than the net. He's going to put it on his forehand. Oh, good. Oh, Tino Villela almost was able to pick that loose change up. And Julius stays back. He's telling his player to stay on that forward coming in, and Julius is going to pick it up. Julius just gets the puck into the neutral zone, and Paris is going to pick it up. Paris going to work it in. He goes wide, pulls up, uses his point, Kelly. Kelly works to the middle. Shot, that gets tipped by defenseman's stick. Sorry, winger's stick. Lavrov in the corner. He needs some help. Penguins need a little bit better puck support. Like, one guy's not going to beat two players. Kelly keeps it in. Kelly rims it all the way around. Lavrov should be the first one there. Lavrov fires it behind the net where Zumabay is going to be there. Zumabay jumps a defender, tries to work out to the middle, and he gets cut off. Puck jumps to Paris. Paris. Oh, jumped right up to Lavrov, and he puts a hard slap shot in, and Mid-Fairfield goaltender gets a shoulder on it and kicks it out of play. So 2:37 left in the first period. I'd say it's a pretty evenly matched game so far. Penguins have had chances. Mid-Fairfield's had chances. Penguins. Puck gets run to the wall. Real slaps at it with his hand. Would have been a hand pass, but nice back check by Hold. Fairfield regains possession, neutral zone, he goes wide. Ofterhide on him, pulls up, work it to the point. Jack Reel makes a little steal. It's going to be 2-on-1 with Greenspan and Reel. They got a trailer and Ofterhide. Hard shot. Oh, that goes wide. I think it hit the goalie's glove. Comes all the way out. And Starr loses it. He unfortunately runs into the official breakaway. Good save made by McGinnis. Unfortunate for Starr. He just gets tangled up with the linesman. That's way offsides. So Starr gets tangled up with the linesman. It's a breakaway going the other direction. Nobody's fault there. And McGinnis with the big save, keeping it a 2-1 game. There were two officials right here, right below us, that were just in the road. McFall working. He gets shoved from behind. That's no call. Could have been a call there. Valella's going to pick it up behind the net. They got to talk to each other. Leaves it for Julius. Julius up to McFall. Nicely works across to Gostick. Gostick with speed. Gostick goes wide. He's calling for it. Valella jumps in. Julius pushes it back into the corner nicely, and McFall's going to be the first one there. Gostick. Penguins make a line change on the backside. Valella's going to change, and Kelly. Good job by Kelly to watch out. Julius nicely placed it. That's a hand pass. All right, Penguins got it. Hand pass. Good job by Julius to cover his player. He gets a little stick lift on. Mid-Fairfield chucks it back to the corner with a hand, and it's going to be a hand pass call, neutral zone faceoff. 58 seconds left in the first period. It's been a pretty entertaining first period. So we had some chances on both sides. These officials are just tossing players out of the faceoff dots like nobody's business. Ruff has it. He throws it in on his back end. Kelly works it. Tries to work it to Franis, but Emba's going to pick it up. Emba tries to go cross ice. It's picked off by Mid-Fairfield. And Penguins are going to be guilty of a slashing call. So Lacoste chopped the stick out of the Mid-Fairfield player's hand, and that is the definition of slashing. So anytime you take that axe kind of motion, chopping motion, and you hit a player's stick, they're going to call you. The Penguins got to kill off another 2 minutes. There's 46 seconds left in the first period. Emba loses it. Mid-Fairfield works it to the point. Hurley works it back. Hurley has top of the circle. He works it back to his D partner. Shot, good glove save. Starr's right there, and he holds his stick. Mid-Fairfield still gets a good shot off. And McGinnis stays square to the puck and makes the save. So Jack Reel, I'm going to take this one. He's out with Gostick. Ofterhide to Starr. Ofterhide has it, and he just smartly fires it down the ice. Finds an opening, and Gostick's going to chase hard. 25 seconds. Gostick might be the first one there. Oh, just out of his reach. But he does kill about another 10 or 15 seconds on the penalty. 15 seconds left in the period. The Mid-Fairfield, Malafis. He's looking. He's just playing with the puck at the half wall. 3 seconds left. They're not going to get a shot off. They do, but it goes wide. And after one, Pittsburgh Penguins 2, Mid-Fairfield 1. The Penguins have 1:13 to kill on this penalty in period number 2. We'll take a breather here, give my throat a little break. All right, we're back. We good on audio, Nick? All right, we're back. Minute 13 left. Ofterhide gathers that puck in, throws it down deep. Penguins going to set up their penalty kill. McFall, Shadish, Starr, and Ofterhide. Mid-Fairfield works it through the neutral zone. And McFall just nicely gets a stick on that, makes a Mid-Fairfield regroup. Scranton hands it off to Ruff. Ruff goes wide. He beats Ofterhide wide, but he regains possession. Nice job by Ofterhide to get a stick on that one. Ofterhide fires it all the way down. Penguins are going to make a line change. 35 seconds left. Zumabay and Parrish jump out with Big Frannis and Kelly. Nice stick by Zumabay. Uh-oh, Penguins are all trying to hit a body. Here comes Mid-Fairfield. Nice diving play by Parrish to get a stick on that shot. Well, Parrish with that long reach dives and makes a nice play to keep Mid-Fairfield from getting a shot off. Kelly on his backhand. Works it to Parrish. With 4 seconds left, Penguins should maintain possession. Parrish pulls up. Penalty's over. He gets hauled down. No call. Zumabay. Kelly. Here comes Zumabay down. Zumabay tries to go to his forehand. He can't. Gets knocked off of his stick. So Beck from Mid-Fairfield is going to just chuck it in. McGinnis is going to kick it to Frannis. Puck's just bouncing around. And Kelly uses his puck possession nicely, works it back to Frannis, and Frannis back to Kelly. They just keep playing catch. Kelly rims it all the way around. Lavrov works it back to the middle, tries to work it up, but LeConte picks it off. And Kelly's going to be nice angle on Kelly, keeps him wide. And then we got a high sticking call on somebody. Looks like Mid-Fairfield's going to take the penalty. 2 minutes for high sticking. Penguins got power play chance. 15 minutes left. So Penguins' first power play opportunity. Paris, Lacoste, Gostick out there with Real and Ofterhide. So the linesman wave another guy. Paris wins it to Real. Real back to Ofterhide. Ofterhide looks, hands it to Paris, goes cross ice to Real. Real shot on net. That gets kicked aside and jumps back to Ofterhide at the point. Works it to, oh, Real just healed it. He had a lane. I think he was trying to catch the puck before, or shoot before he caught the puck. Ofterhide works it over to Paris. Paris goes down low. He tries to work it in the middle, and he's just going to rim it all the way around where Gostick's going to leave it for Real. Penguins still set up. Ofterhide works it back down low. He's kind of put himself in the corner, works out on his backhand, tries to work it to Gostick. It just jumps out to Real. Real works it to Ofterhide, tries to throw it across to Gostick, and it's just out of his reach. Paris, cross ice, Real. Real works it up. Ofterhide works it back over to Paris. Brady had a shooting lane. He just kind of fumbled it a little bit. Paris back to Gostick. Tries to work it out to Ofterhide. The Penguins, Kelly jumps out. Paris is still here. Paris Emba leaves it for Kelly at the point. Kelly rims it all the way around for Emba. Zumabay to Kelly at the top of the point. Works it to Lavrov. Lavrov on his forehand. Works out to McFall's. Mid-Fairfield goaltender just smartly, Mid-Fairfield couldn't get it out. Lidke whiffed on that attempt. Lavrov goes cross ice over to Zumabay. Hard shot on net. Good glove save. Puck still loose. Zumabay has it again. Tries to work it across to Lavrov. It hits his skate. Kelly's going to pick it up. 4 seconds left in the penalty. Mid-Fairfield's going to lose their player out of the box. Puck gets rimmed around. Zumabay You got some tired bodies on the ice. Penguins should get an offensive zone change if they can. Mid-Fairfield tries to throw it out and just jumps off of Kelly's stick. Kelly works it nicely over to Lavrov. Lavrov on his backhand. He was getting challenged in the neutral zone. Lavrov on his backhand. Comes in, puts it on net. Tries to stuff it in. Mid-Fairfield's goaltender says, mm-mm. The Penguins unsuccessful on that power play. Had a few good chances, a couple chances to shoot, just delayed a hair. And nonetheless, Mid-Fairfield, that puck jumps over Star's stick. Mid-Fairfield's coming in on a 2-on-1, and he shoots it high and wide. That really didn't have a chance to score. Here comes Greenspan on his backhand, nicely to Shadish. Shadish tries to work it over to Hold, and it jumps off of his stick. Shadish works it back to Hold. Here he comes, he's looking. Greenspan goes across the ice on his backhand. Nice glove save by Mid-Fairfield. With a tough kind of one-timer, because Greenspan was on his backhand. The Penguins, Villela works it up to Hold. Hold and Shadish. He gets tripped up, no call. Shadish can't work it up to the point. Emba jumps on. That puck's going to be loose. It's going to jump over, and Julius is going to pick it up. Julius works it to Lacoste, and they just put it back into the corner, and they chase. Greenspan will be there. Greenspan picks it up. He's got help. He's got help. Lacoste working on Mid-Fairfield. Beck chips it to the middle. Emba can't keep possession of it. And Lopiano, he fires it all the way in around. Puck's going to jump. Julius is going to pick it up. Julius doesn't work it out. Fortunately, Vilella's right there. Julius picks up the change and leaves it for Real. Real on his backhand. Real goes wide. Pulls up. Real's looking. Cuts out. Tries to make a shot. And he whiffs. Goes back. It just goes wide. Lacoste throws it in. He bounces it in off the goaltender. So Lacoste buries it. He throws it in off the side of the goaltender for Mid-Fairfield, giving the Penguins a 3-1 lead. The Penguins take a 2-goal lead with 10:46. Perry jumps. Lumabay loses that draw. Gostik's working on his man. Lumabay picks it up, sauces to Franis. Franis works it to Paris nicely to Gostik. Gostik's got a little bit of space. Gostik pulls up. Shot, that goes wide. Paris will be the first one there. Paris works the middle. Reverses to Kelly. Kelly shot on that kicked aside. Paris pulls up in the corner. He's got to get out of there. Get out of there, kid. Help him. Paris and Gostik working. Franis tries to jump in and it just jumps over his stick. Zumabay should be able to regain possession, and he does. Zumabay gets run out of the wall, and Mid-Fairfield just throws it back out of the zone, and Franis is going to pick it up. Franis up to Parrish, tries a little one-touch pass to Gostik. Mid-Fairfield, Johnston. Johnston comes in, pulls up, slides it down into the corner. Mid-Fairfield works out to the top of the circle. Lacoste throws it across. Shot on that gets blocked. Gostik smartly just gets the puck out. Penguins need a change. They've been out there for a bit. 9:30 left in the period. O'Neill's just going to throw it in. Franis chops that one out of the air. Uses that big body. Works it around the corner. Does not get out. On Kelly's stick. Kelly backhands it out. But Paris is unable to get a hold of that one. Scranton works it far side. Mid-Fairfield slows it down. Franis. Two big bodies just falling into each other there. Kelly nicely works it out. Lavrov and Shadish out there. Penguins need a change. Hard body check on Shadish. And there's going to be a penalty called on the Penguins. I think it's going to be Shadish for a hold. The Penguins going to have to kill off another penalty. 8:51. I'm not sure if we're going to get an ice cut right now or not. I don't see the doors opening. So we'll probably play this penalty. So Mr. Shadish will go to the box for 2 minutes. Hopefully it's a full 2 minutes. Ofterheide on his stick. Tries to rim it out. He gets hit hard into the boards. Mid-Fairfield regains possession. Works it over to Zoo. Zoo, hard shot, that goes wide. Scranton. Scranton's looking, works it to Cuchero at the top. And go back to Scranton. Back to Picaro. Cross ice. I think that's Malofis. Watch out. Zoo, good chart, good save there. Rough. Ofterheide chucks it out, and it does get it out. Here comes McFall with a little bit of speed. So McFall. Good job by Villela with that stick. Villela throws it off the wall. That's bodied out. Jack Reel kicks it out. Penguins regroup. 1:06 left. Julius and Villela out there with Parrish and Reel. Mid-Fairfield works wide. They pull up. Zoo hands it to his buddy. Julius mirrors him. Villela mirrors his player. They keep him wide. Mid-Fairfield sets up. Scranton goes. Shot. Oh, that hits the post. Julius fires that one out. That was a tricky little shot. I don't think McGinnis saw it. Fortunately, I think it hit the goal post, but it might have touched a piece of his glove. Oh, 36 seconds left. That's an offside call. 7:25. So we're going to have an ice cut here. The officials are going to blow the whistle, and we're going to go to a break. I'll see you back. On. All right, we're back. If you're just joining us, Penguins are up 3-1. 7:25 left in the second period. And Penguins have 34 seconds on a penalty kill. So Penguins, Zumabay takes this draw, he wins it. Star kicks it off to Hyde, he fires it all the way down. Still some wet spots on the ice where the puck's not going to slide, so this is kind of be careful as a defender. Really can't do a whole lot about it, but in a few minutes it should dry. Even Mid-Fairfield lost a little puck possession there. Rimmed around, McGinnis stops it behind the net. Ofterhide flips it up to himself and exits the zone. Zumabay chases. Zumabay hand. Zumabay throws it all the way across, and Penguins will kill off that penalty. All those whistles are on the other ice. Be a little scrum going on. Penguins working at it. Emba can't get out of that scrum without the puck jumping off of his stick. Kelly. That's what I was talking about. The puck just doesn't move sometimes. Penguins regroup. Franis up to Lavrov. He chips it off. Zumabay trying to work around the defenseman. He can't. Puck's bouncing around. Here comes Mid-Fairfield. Fairfield, hard shot. That goes wide. That's going to be all the way out. Lacoste is going to chase it. Lacoste will be the first one there. He shoulder checks. He gets hit by Fox. Lavrov. Works with the Villela. Throws it across. It gets all the way through, and Mid-Fairfield goaltender snags that one. A smart play by Villela there not to go D to his partner. That would have got picked off. Puts one on net. Villela and Julius with Lacoste, Real, and Emba. Mid-Fairfield can't quite seem to understand that these lines mean you have to stay on one side of them. Lacoste chips it through. Cool. And Mid-Fairfield throws that one all the way down. It's going to be an icing call against Mid-Fairfield. So Lacoste tried a little slip play there. Not sure if the Penguins had a little play going on there. Gonna try it again. Yeah, he does. Tries to slip it. Just out of the reach of Real. Kare kicks it up to Ludke, and Julius will pick it up. Julius. Puck jumps back to Lacoste. Henke behind the net. Fires it all the way around. Lacoste up to Julius. It's in his feet. He rims it back around nicely. Emba behind the net. Penguins make a D-line change. Smartly make the change. Starr tries to keep it in. It hits the official's rear end. He's sitting on the bench. Real's got it. Throws it all the way across for Lacoste. Mid-Fairfield exit the zone. Nice stick by Ofterheide. Real rolls off. Scranton kicks it over to number 8. Starr on his backhand. Keeps his man wide. Good pick off by Lacoste. And Mid-Fairfield's going to pick it back up. Lacoste. It's going to be a slashing call on Mid-Fairfield. The Penguins are going to be on the power play for the second time. Penguins are 0-1 on the power play. Had a few chances early. All their goals have been even strength. Kelly's going to man the point. Zumabay wins it to Lavrov, and it jumps over his stick. Kelly's going to pick it up. Going to work it to Emba. Leaves it for Lavrov. And Ruff's going to pick it off. Ruff's just going to fire it in. Penguins look a little disjointed on this power play right now. Emba behind the net. Emba leaves it for Kelly. Kelly works the side. Up to McFall, hits off his heel. Mid-Fairfield tries to throw it down. Zumabey's going to pick it up. Zumabey runs into the zone, kicks it to McFall. McFall hands it over to Malofis, and he's just going to exit the zone. Lavrov and McFall out there. McFall just stayed on side. Penguins haven't set it up yet. Zumabey works it down low to Emba. Emba back to Zumabey. Ofterhide's calling for it, and it rolls off the Zumabey stick. Ofterhide's going to pick it up. Ofterhide gives it to Lacoste. It gets picked off. Good job by Lavrov to clean up the mess. 45 seconds left. Penguins have not got set up yet. Lacoste pulls up. He loses it. Uh-oh. It's going to be a breakaway for Beck going the other direction if Lacoste can't catch him. Beck on a breakaway. Hard shot. That goes over the net. The Real chops it to Gostick. Gostick and Paris. Gostick pulls up. He gets the puck stolen from him. That puck's just not sliding because it just hasn't dried yet. Paris works it to Ofterhide down low. Ofterhide goes across on Gostick's backhand. It would have been a hard puck to take. Real up to Ofterhide. 5 seconds left. Hard shot on that. That gets deflected by Lacoste. Back up to Ofterhide. Penalty's over. Ofterhide shoots it in. Deflection by Gostick just over the net. Harris is going to pick it up. Harris tries to work it in the middle, and Mid-Fairfield steals that. Real forces Mid-Fairfield to dump it in. Ofterhide just fires it all the way down the ice. Going to be an icing call on the Penguins. Probably not the worst scenario for us. The Penguins dodged a bullet on that, almost gave up another shorty. Mid-Fairfield had a breakaway from a neutral zone turnover. Shadish wins it to Villela. He ties his man stick up. Greenspan's going to pick it up. Shadish, he's getting nice little indirect pass to Hold. Hold throws it back over to Shadish. Oh, tapped in. Villela picks it up. Oh, he shoots it wide. Oh, the puck's just bouncing around. Greenspan is going to help out on the backside. Greenspan works it up to Shadish nicely. Shadish chips it in. It's going to be on the goaltender, and he's going to glove and hold. To make a full line check. Bay. We'll give that one a tie, but Mid-Fairfield eventually comes on with puck possession. They exit the zone. Nice job by Bay to kick it back in. Lavrov on his forehand. He's working and looking. Throws it on net. That's kicked aside. Paris behind that picks it up. Paris is working far side in the corner. Comes out to the top of the circle. Pulls up. Leaves it for Bay. Cuts Alco's shot on net. Oh, that's kind of a funny bounce. Pan has it. Pan on his backhand. Throws it in. Star's going to pick it up. Behind the net. Star gets pushed down the ice, and Mid-Fairfield steals that puck. It just jumps back to Bay. He works it over to Ofterheide. Ofterheide goes cross ice for Paris, and that gets picked up. Mid-Fairfield cuts to the middle. And stolen by Lavrov. Lavrov going back 1-on-2. Lavrov tries to go wide. He pulls up. He's looking. Hits Kelly at the point. Kelly puts it all the way back around for just out of the reach of Bay. And Paris on the back check picks what? Puck cuts to the middle. Paris is looking. Throws it. Oh, a little deflection. Oh, good job. I mean, if Fairfield can't exit the zone, they do. Brandis tried to keep it in. Paris puts a little body check in. And Paris going to pick it off. Paris just throws it in. And Kelly saw that man behind him. Here comes Mid-Fairfield. Going in, shot, good save made by McGinnis. Well, Kelly saw the man behind him, and I don't know if he was kind of thinking he couldn't get that pass, but he was able to gain possession and pretty much go in on his own. So there's 1.4 seconds left in the period. I don't really know why they changed players. So they had Ofterheide taking a draw there. Penguins finished 2 periods of play. Up 3-1. So after 2, your Pittsburgh Penguins 3, Mid-Fairfield 1. Mid-Fairfield's had some chances. They've had 2 breakaways, unsuccessful on both. Had a few power play opportunities. But McGinnis has been up to the task. Couple posts. We're going to put 17 minutes on the clock, finish the 3rd period here. One more. Pens up by 2. Got to make smart plays, protect your blue lines. Don't get over overzealous with a forecheck of 2 or 3 guys down below the dots. Don't leave your defenseman out to dry. All right, we got 17 minutes on the clock. We're going to drop the puck here. All right, Lacoste going to take this draw. Penguins win at the reel. Reel just chips it in. It's going to be on net. The Fairfield goaltender is going to glove that and hold on. Face off to the left to Mid-Fairfield. Reel's going to take it. And Mid-Fairfield wins that. Zoo behind the net. He works it to his partner. Opterheide jumps in on the pinch. Zoo back at it. Works it to his winger. Picks it up through the middle. Mid-Fairfield can't get a possession of it. Yamba can't. Mid-Fairfield throws it across. Nice deflection there by Mid-Fairfield. Watch out. Coming across, hard shot. That goes wide. Star unable to gather it. Mid-Fairfield. Gets his pocket picked by Opterheide nicely. He throws it off the glass. It's going to be an icing call. Yeah, I don't know how they didn't call that an icing, but Penguins dodged a bullet there. Shadish behind the net. Fairfield blows a tire. Works it across. Tries to work it across to Julius. Gostick grabs it. He pulls up. McFall works it. And it comes back to him. McFall's just looking. A little bank pass to Shadish on the corner. 2 Penguins there. Gostick. Shot on net. Good glove save by Mid-Fairfield. A little confusion in the offensive zone for Mid-Fairfield. Sorry, in the defensive zone. They're unable to gather it up and exit the zone. Penguins draw on the left of Fairfield. Fairfield rims it all the way around. Going to be an icing call. Fairfield. Shadish. He loses that. Mid-Fairfield tries to exit. They do. Oh. A little 1-on-2 going. Lenke goes wide against Franis. Franis puts a little shoulder into him. Lenke works it to Mid-Fairfield. Shuck has it. Goes back around the net. Throws it out front. On to Mid-Fairfield. Oh, that puck goes high and wide. Mid-Fairfield has it. It's still bouncing around. Mid-Fairfield. Oh, net's off. Fortunate for the Penguins, the net came off. Mid-Fairfield's got a little push. 14:45 left in the period. Opterheide behind the net. He works it up to Lacoste. He gets hit hard. Puck's jumping up. Lacoste's going to pick up the change. He's got speed through the neutral zone. Lacoste goes wide. Shot high and wide. Star's going to go and pinch smartly. Puts his rear end against the wall. Uses his skate to keep it in. Star gets dumped. Here comes Mid-Fairfield through. No hook or nothing. Gould's going to get a call for interference. So Hold's going to be in the box for a minimum of 2 minutes. And Mid-Fairfield's got a chance to put this within a 1-goal game. So Julius and Villela jump out, and Paris and Zimbabwe on the front. So Ruff and Zimbabwe. Office maintains possession. Penguins got to figure it out. We got too many guys at the point here. Office. Shot, good block by Paris. Fairfield working it low. At the half wall, Malofis works it back out to the top. To Kakaro, back to Malofis. He's looking for a shooting lane. He doesn't have one. Kakaro goes far side. Back to Kakaro at the top. They just play catch. Penguins, Villela, nice job of keeping that player wide. Kakaro behind the net. Works out. Top of the circle, comes to the high point. Kakaro back. Near side from Malofis. He goes cross ice. No shots yet. One block by Paris. Kakaro works it over. Paris gets a good stick in there. Zoo's out. Nice job by Paris. Good job by Paris to break that puck up. Ruff works it back to Kakaro. Penguins make a line change. Julius has it. He fires it back in. He needs a line change. So Julius fires it in, gets a line change, and Kelly and Franis jump on with McFall and Shadish. 37 seconds left in the penalty. Mid-Fairfield's got one more rush, maybe. Mid-Fairfield's making a change on the backside. They go wide. Mid-Fairfield's looking. All the way across. Watch out. Oh, Penguins dodged a bullet there. Good job by Franis. Comes in. They got the shooting lane. They don't take it. Off his shot. That gets off to Kelly. McFall's going to pick it up. McFall. And he just chips it deep, and that's going to kill the last of the power play. So Mid-Fairfield had opportunities to put pucks on net. They did not. They had a wide open player standing on the back door. They couldn't get it to him. So he cuts wide, pulls up. Mid-Fairfield goes to hard shot. Good save made. Rebound, nothing. Good job by McGinn. He gobbles that one up. McGinnis holds that puck with no rebound. He's had pretty good rebound control today. McGinnis is taking a lot of shots, but the shots that he can't grab, he's putting them to the corner with the blocker, with the legs. 11:54. Johnston. He fires it right on that. Lacoste. Ofterhide chips it to the wall to Reel. Reel works at the star, goes cross ice over to Emba. Emba goes wide. Emba behind the net. Oh, he throws it out front. Mid-Fairfield picks that one off. They're going back at speed. Johnston, that's an offside play. Didn't quite get all the way over the blue line before he made that cross pass. Penguins will take that. Lacoste wins that draw. Ofterhide, head up. Leaves it for Star. Works it to Emba. Emba puts it in. Reel. Be the first one chasing. Mid-Fairfield goes far side to their defenseman. Here comes Mid-Fairfield through the ice. Leaves it for Johnston. He throws. Oh my God, Ofterhide smacks. It's a high stick. Ofterhide knocks that one out of the air. Almost kind of scared McGinnis there. I thought he might have knocked it into his own net. We got Paris, Lavroy, Julius, Villela, and Gostick. Julius picks it up. All the way around to Gostick. Gostick. Guy's working it in. Penguins just need to get pucks deep like that. Let Mid-Fairfield go the full 200. Gostick slides it down to Paris. Harris works out, goes cross ice over to Gostick. Gostick reverses down to Lavrov. Lavrov over to Paris. Paris turns it over in the corner. Penguins are still able to keep possession. Paris in the corner. Gostick and Paris. Gostick works it around. Tries to work it to Villela, and he flubs that one. But Julius is going to pick it up. Julius behind the net. Good try to work it over across the ice. Penguins run into each other. Ledke pickups the change, and oh, he bites it. He loses a tire. Old sniper. Fairfield works it up the middle. Kelly's going to have it. Kelly's going to fire it in. Penguins are going to make some changes on the backside. Franis jumps on. Greenspan as well. Good back check by Hold. Lavrov wins that puck battle. Nice job by Lavrov. Nice little play to Greenspan, but he's 1-on-3. He toe drags. These are just pucks that got to get in here, boys. Hold works it to Zumabay. He loses it. Scranton's got speed. Franis had a beeline on him, and he steals the puck. Ledke works it across. Hold gets a little stick on it. The neutral zone. They work the Zoo. He shoots, and that gets deflected. It's not going to get on net. Franis and Ledke behind the net. They try to slip it out. Hold's unable to get to it. Zoo. Oh, good block by Greenspan. The Penguins got it. Getting into shot lanes. Greenspan works out. Greenspan works into McFall. He tries to take a shot. Here comes Mid-Fairfield going the other direction. Star. Fujirani. He tries to work it. Nice job by Greenspan. It's a good shift by this young man. Shadish is going to pick it up. Shadish is going to work it in. Penguins are going to go chase. 8:35 left. Ends up 3-1 if you're just joining us. Fairfield works across ice. Opterheide loses his twig. Shot on net. Gostick's trying to get it out. He's chopping at it. He can't. Star steals that puck, works it to his D partner, Opterheide, far side. Opterheide throws it off the glass. A funny little bounce, and Star regains possession. Mid-Fairfield's making a change. Star all the way down. Gostick's going to be chasing. Gostick takes a penalty against Mid-Fairfield. Gostick's going to be in the box. 2 minutes for rough. Bit of a high hit. So Penguins keep Julius and Villela out with Real and Emba. So 7:49, the gates are open for Mid-Fairfield if they can score here and make it a 1-goal game. Rough. And Real wins it to Julius. Julius throws it off the wall. Malafis keeps it in. Kakara works at the top of the point to Scranton. Scranton back to Kakara. Hard shot, good blocker save made. Behind the net, Mid-Fairfield works it to the top of the circle. Beck's work. Beck's playing. Emba tried to work it back off. Good shot, that's blocked. Good job by Emba to make it. Penguins going to make a line change on the backside. Good job by that penalty kill. Mid-Fairfield throws it to Emba. Emba can't get it deep. Here comes Mid-Fairfield with speed.
The boys want to play at high levels, but I think my life will be complete. We all can make the one big.
Puck battle along the wall. They throw it in deep. Here comes Mid-Fairfield. Throws it across to Kakaro, and he didn't have a chance to shoot. It's kind of in his feet a little bit. Kakaro works far side. Hard shot. That's a score. So Penguins give up a penalty power play goal, making it 3-2. Well, we had to make it interesting, huh, Nick?
You can't keep taking penalties and expect them not to score. And that's just the way it is.
So Mid-Fairfield makes this a 1-goal game with 6:45 left. A lot of time left in this game. Zimmerman, Lavrov, and Paris with Franis and Kelly. Franis chips it up. Mid-Fairfield's going to regroup, go D to D. Lavrov's going to steal that puck. Lavrov behind the net. He's had the puck on his stick a lot today. Paris back checks, picks that up. Paris has speed. Paris goes wide. He chips it to Zumabay behind the net. Zumabay gets hit hard. He loses possession. Mid-Fairfield behind the net. Lavrov steals it on the backhand. That should be a penalty. Oh, could have been a penalty on a hook there, but they didn't call it. Lavrov with a steal, throws it on net. That's kicked aside. Mid-Fairfield just dodged the bullet there. Kelly pulls up. Kelly works it to Franis. Lacoste is going to put it in and hits the official, so Penguins don't get it deep to get a line change. Zumabay is able to jump off and hold 4 checks. Kelly working on his man. Yeah, they keep hearing whistles. They don't know if it's on this ice. Fairfield chips it over to Franis, but it's just out of his reach. Greenspan's going to be there. Greenspan and hold. Nice job by Greenspan to just chip it to hold so he can exit the zone. He cuts to the middle. Penguins change D. He gets tangled up. Lacoste puts it on net, and he kicks it to the side. Greenspan. Julius works it all the way in. And the Penguins are going to get called for an intentional offside. The official was yelling off, off, off. And apparently we didn't have our hearing working there, Nick.
Well, it's hard to tell who's yelling what.
Off, off, off.
But whistle's what.
So it's going to go all the way down. .455 left in the period. Penguins up by 1. If you just joined us, the Mid-Fairfield just scored on a power play goal. Cutting the lead to 3-2. Penguin Shadish gets kicked out. Gostick's going to... Gostick wins it to Villela. Villela rims it all the way around to McFall. McFall just chips it off the wall, and the Penguins go to work. Shadish with a little body check there. Good job by Villela to gap up and keep the Mid-Fairfield player from getting in. Villela. Penguins are offside. They got to regroup. Penguins can't have that many guys on one side of the ice. Here it goes to it, little 2-on-1. Julius works it across. Shadish, good job on the back check. The Penguins had 3 forecheckers all on one side of the ice, leaving their defenseman out to dry. Shadish is going to pick it up. Shadish, he's going to wait for his teammates to get on side. He throws it to the corner and it gets kicked out by the goaltender. This is not the time to be aggressive on the forecheck.
Out of town, 15 to beat Whitby Wildcats 2-0.
I'm assuming that game's on Cine TV as well? All right. Penguins lose it. I haven't said Penguins won a lot of faceoffs today, Nick, so we might have to work on that a little bit. Ofterheide works it to the middle. Real kicks it in. Zoo and Real. Mid-Fairfield goes back to their defenseman. Nice job by Real. Here comes Lacoste. Got a little bit of a chance. It's a 1-on-3. He gets a little headshot. No call there. Good job by Emba. Star works that puck out. Here comes Real. Real cuts to the middle. He's got Lacoste with him. Real. Right. It's a little hip check. You don't see those hip checks very often. It's going to be an icing call if they don't get to it. It's not going to be icing. Franis is going to pick it up. He just throws it off the wall to Beck. 3:07 left. Beck. Shot off the side of the net. Mid-Fairfield sets up. Hurley goes cross ice to his D partner. Back to the middle to Beck. Beck's looking. Penguins are just playing a prevent defense right now. And Mid-Fairfield just throws that one on net. Mid-Fairfield just kind of innocuously throws that puck on net when they had the Penguins kind of on their heels. .251 left in the game. 3-2 Penguins. Zumube wins that. Ofterheide, not going to be the first one there. He loses that, but Starr is going to put a little body into his player. And Malafis is going to pull up. He cuts to the middle. Hard shot, good blocker save by McGinnis. Penguins are just playing on their heels right now. Mid-Fairfield with the possession. Kind of a bad D-to-D pass there. Lavrov takes advantage of it, and Zumube is going to pick up the change. He's going to go wide. Zumube is going to leave it behind the net. Penguins got to retreat, get one of the four checkers out of there. And Mid-Fairfield pulls up, hands it over to Beck. They're offside. Goes cross ice. They regroup. 2:05 left. Lavrov works on his player. He just tosses it off the corner, and Avlov's going to pick up the change. Got to get it deep. Lavrov's going to chip it in. Penguins Villela jumps out. Here comes Mid-Fairfield. You know the goaltender's going to go in a minute. Hurley throws it to the net, and that's gloved. And Mid-Fairfield calls a timeout. A minute 35 left. Penn's down. Penn's up by 1. I'm going to assume that Mid-Fairfield's going to pull their goalie if they get possession in the offensive zone and make it a 6-on-5. Been a pretty good game. Again, Mid-Fairfield had opportunities to put the puck in the net earlier in the game. They did not. They did take advantage of a Penguins penalty late in the third period. We're going to have a face-off. There is no goalie in the net. Mid-Fairfield's going to pull their goaltender right away. Scranton is going to take the draw against Lacoste. Office wins it. Out to the point. Shot on net. That goes wide. Rough. Mid-Fairfield behind the net. Mid-Fairfield. Shot. That gets deflected up out of play. It's going to be another face-off to the right of McGinnis. Mid-Fairfield had chances earlier to put pucks on net, and they just kept passing the puck around. Same thing. Scranton against now Zumube. Penguins win it. Ofterhide throws it, can't get it out. And it's going to be a hand pass call against Mid-Fairfield. So Mid-Fairfield's going to take a penalty for I don't know what. Maybe he was saying something. He talking? So an unsportsmanlike conduct on Mid-Fairfield is going to even have to put the goaltender back in. Officials are talking. I'm not quite sure what's going on. There's a neutral zone face-off. Now,
How's it a neutral zone face-off?
yeah, I don't quite understand why, unless he got a 10-minute misconduct. Is my only thought. It wasn't a penalty. It was just a 10-minute misconduct. All right, so Mid-Fairfield still has their goaltender out. I'm just assuming Mid-Fairfield got a 10-minute misconduct. I don't know what's going on. It's a freaking melee out here. Jack Reel cuts to the middle. It's going to be Jack Reel, and he puts the puck in the net. So my only thought, Nick, is that he had a 10-minute misconduct, but no penalty. They still kept the penalty, or the player off the... So Penguins put in an empty net, make it 4-2. It's just got, it had to have been a 10-minute misconduct, and they just didn't put a guy in. It wasn't a 2-minute penalty, so it should have been 6-on-5. I don't know why we were screaming about it, but I still don't understand why the face-off was in the neutral zone. But whatever, we got the goal. Mid-Fairfield dumps it in. Not going to be an icing. Paris is going to be the first one there. Paris reverses the star. Zhu jumps over his stick. Reel's trying to pick up the loose change. Caccaro works it over. Reel hounds him from behind. Mid-Fairfield behind the net. 29 seconds left. Ends up by 2. Paris works a Lacoste, cross ice to Reel. Reel throws it.
Yes!
Paris taps that one in, makes it 5-2. The Penguins are going to finish this game off victorious, up by 3 with 10 seconds left. And we'll see everybody tomorrow, early 8:15 game. Penguins are going to have a tough battle tomorrow against Mission. And that's your game. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
How much to have you guys do the next game, you know?
$300.
I would do it to me. This guy knows all the